Hey, what's up? We have another new chapter of Kaguya Wants to Be Confessed to. This one is called Ishigami, sorry, wants to get hooked. I noted that it wasn't the continuation of the previous chapter, which was Senpai-kun and Kohai-chan Part 1. But someone in the comments pointed out there's actually several times where there's been a major break beyond between Part 1 and Part 2. And scrolling through this title list, I can certainly see that is a habit of this author, which is kind of fun. So we know at some point we're going to return to Shirogane and Ino's weird friendship that's kind of progressing in leaps and starts and involves a lot of very embarrassing poetry reading. Let's find out. Can they ever kind of achieve some sort of normalcy? Or perhaps their relationship is too special for that. Meanwhile, Ishigami, hanging out in the dorms. I don't think he lives in the dorms. I'm pretty sure we would have heard of that before. But yeah, he's learned from his senpai that perhaps the best route to love is to make the other person confess. Genius! You just become the sort of person that they would confess to. And it's kind of win-win. Even if they don't confess, you've still improved yourself in all of these ways that have this kind of external validation to them. You're not just improving based on your own judgment of yourself, but based on the perceived judgment of someone that you really respect, that you really love, right? That can be so much more motivating than just kind of doing it by yourself, for yourself, based on your own stuff, you know? Ishigami also wants to be confessed to. Only popular people I know, the president and the captain, Tsubasa technically. Gonna drag the secret of being popular out of him. So he's meeting with the captain. And the captain is a gigantic idol maniac. My god, what a nice twist. What a well-decorated shrine, though, I gotta say. If you're going to be a huge idol degenerate, at least have this nice, clean, kind of minimal look, you know? Not just piles and piles of merchandise everywhere. Looks quite embarrassed, I guess, that Ishigami has seen this? I don't know. Also, what's with, like, this pile of alarm clocks? Does the captain have a hard time waking up? Idol otaku. You know how Osaragi broke up with me recently? I was watching some late night TV afterwards, and there was this idol program on. At a vulnerable point, rebounding from reality into fiction. You're one step away from the 2D world now. Got completely hooked. Got hooked, huh? All the love I meant to give to her have been pouring into these girls instead. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I used to be a textbook example of an normie heartbreak is terrifying. So yeah, Osaragi and him seem to have like a nice stable relationship. And they're always the ones that were secretly kind of out ahead in terms of relationship progress of everyone else. Even though Osaragi seems very plain, buttoned down and stuff, you know, it was an entertaining gap. It was an interesting gap. And now in this breakup, she's created an even more powerful gap between this presumably like Ikeman type normie guy and super secret idol addiction. Who's the hot girls most people think of the student council? Damn. Osaragi is one of Shuichin's famous impossible girls. Ooh. Yeah, her appearance is totally different than all the other ones. Ryuji, Osaragi, Shiranui, and Koyasu. These four are just as beautiful as the girls in the student office. Impossible girls. Everyone knows that. I'm going to tell you to become a gossip. You really got to pay more attention to what's going around you. Well, it's kind of interesting, too, because the readers don't know either, right? It's not that Ishigami specifically is out of the loop. It's that we realize that all of our kind of contextualization points, all of our narrators, all of the people who could have informed us of this are similarly out of the loop. It's the whole student council, basically, has no idea what's actually going on in the rumors and gossip of the students. Nice. Oh my gosh. So here we see some physical evidence of a truly disturbing phenomenon. which is mass buying of singles and idol CDs. So they have this insane system where by buying multiple copies of the same single or whatever, you get points. You can exchange those points for things like handshake tickets that the idols will go to an event and you can walk up and shake their hands and they'll greet you. And this is such an honor that people are willing to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on just many, many copies of the same CD. Other things that have happened are where they have contests. All the idols within a group will release a single around the same time. Whoever single sells the most gets to be like the center in the next video or whatever, gets some other sort of honor, who knows. And therefore, Omega fans of that particular idol will go out and buy en masse. Who knows what number is an exaggeration and which number is an underestimate. I want to say that I saw someone who bought like pallets of them, like, you know, big cubic containers, like crates on those shipping pallets, which would be easily tens of thousands of copies, if not over 100,000 copies. It's another world, man. It's another world. It's like, you know, I spend a lot of money on anime merchandise. Don't get me wrong, but I buy at most like 2 or 3 of something. I won't say that I just buy one. Sometimes I'll buy more than one, but not tens of thousands. Kyoshu is one of the possible girls too. Don't think your odds are very. So yeah, he knows exactly what he's here for. Exactly what. I guess this is the power of a normie, right? Picking up on these social cues. You gotta work hard for it. What do you think I should do? Muscles. You gotta get swole. Okay. I mean, this is like a super cliche and such, and it's not. I think there's like some validity to it. Not that everyone has to be attracted to that same body type, super muscular thing. I don't even think it's necessarily that the majority of people are attracted to that body type. But I think most people are attracted to what achieving that body type represents, which is kind of like care and consideration for your own body, the ability to have willpower, self-control, dedication, to stick with things and see them through. These are all qualities that are quite universally, I think, appreciated or found attractive. So it makes sense that making your body like a physical representation of that willpower, of that character trait, seems like it makes sense to me. To me, that's what really the benefit of working out is in terms of attractiveness. And then, of course, it's very good for your health and your mental health and your energy levels and all sorts of other stuff too. Basically, just go do. Exercise is great. It takes a long time to actually enjoy it, but eventually you do, and it's so worth it. Oh boy. If you bulk up, you'll be more confident. You'll make you even more popular. You'll be hooked. Frankly, I don't like to exercise. There's no way I'll get hooked. So this is the dilemma I'm talking about. That until you actually, you get hooked, until you actually find yourself missing working out when you're not working out, wanting to exercise all hours of the day, it's just torture. It's just like something you have to put yourself through, and your body hates it and you hate it, and it takes your time and all of your energy, and it makes you sore, and it's the worst. You'll do months of that, maybe even years of that, but eventually I think everyone can get hooked. Not that I'm trying to say, like, I'm not in amazing shape, but I go to the gym quite often, and I think it's been great. It took me a long, long time, though, to get to that point where it wasn't just super reluctant every single time. Put in the back wheel and push it that way. My hands got super tired. Pushing it a bunch of other ways, but eventually, the whole time, Ishi got me doing squats. He's squatting. The picture's kind of creepy. Just a little. Yeah, she looks kind of deranged. Squatting. I can hardly focus on our conversation with all your foo. Good job. Bodyweight squats, good exercise. Works your core, works your legs, works your back? Maybe? I don't know. I know it works your core and your legs, though. Those are both really important. Pretty tough, but managed to get the bike back. So the key was, it was to the refrigerator. I like that normally Chikawa just completely dominates the scene, and as soon as she appears, the chapter premise is taken over by whatever her whims are, generally. But here, she's getting completely trumped by Ishigami's workout routine. And I don't know, just the fact that we see it as like a subplot, it makes it really clear that this is what Chikawa is doing like all the time. That between chapters and all the days we don't see, it's just full of her telling these nonsensical stories, rambling on at length about pushing bikes around and stuff. I gotta feed these boys their way. What? This is because of an anime we watched or something. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Perhaps animated by Doga Kobo last season. Fantastic show. Actually, did make me even more inspired to go to the gym. Whoa, he's into it already. Working out is actually great. Gives me a sense of accomplishment, plus it clears my head and really helps me study. Very true. Even be able to get that lean toned look. Whoa, what's he eating? Is he keto mode? Is this some sort of keto snack? Chicken tenderloin juice, I puree it myself. Ew. Oh god, ew. Oh, truly ew. See, okay. You can only take meat so far, okay? Grinding meat to make like ground chicken, ground pork, ground beef, making patties and stuff out of that. That's fine. But once you go further than that, it's like science. Like it actually just doesn't have any of the tasty parts anymore because you've broken all the tasty parts apart. Like the fat that's supposed to like emulsify and the long protein strings and that like nice lean chunks of meat and stuff. None of that exists anymore. Instead, it's just this, gosh, this food really needs to taste good? Oh my gosh, it's so disgusting. Ishigami, how can you do this to yourself? You might as well just chug raw eggs. Like, I think that's a lot quicker and easier. It doesn't taste nearly as bad, and it has probably all the protein and stuff you're looking for. What's the snack? Fish food? What? Are you kidding me? What is the appeal there? Just because it has protein and stuff? So most fish food, I think, is made out of just dried fish, I think. Consolidated down into those tiny flakes. So maybe it's like very protein dense and not that caloric. Oh, it's so gross though. Stuff is high protein, low fat, really cheap to do. It's great. Oh, I gotta bulk to get more definition when I flex. I want to get my veins popping. This is such a great outfit to read this chapter in. This has worked out so perfectly. Oh my gosh. Ishigami. He's too addicted. He's in way too deep. You need to use your presidential authority to place an internal ban on working out in this room. Agreed. This is deranged. I miss the old Ishigami. I miss that skinny, unmotivated nerd. Ah, aha. Shirogane. Come on, nice job, Prez. Thinking back, remembering. And he's completely made the right inference. See how, like, when series will balance this? That sometimes you have the wacky misunderstanding plot, but it's more realistic, and the characters become kind of more likable and endearing if sometimes they just get it right. Sometimes they can actually empathize and understand their other characters. Okay, but wait a minute. So he was right at least about the initial motivation? I don't even know if he's right anymore, though. I think Ishigami is now so into it, he's just doing it for its own sake. And this reminds me of something. I remember a long, long time ago, before I was interested in working out at all, I found some YouTube channel that was about working out and stuff. And I was just curious, so I was watching some of the videos. And at the start of one, this guy was like, all right, let's be honest. You know the reason you started going to the gym. Girls. But that's not the reason you go to the gym now, right? The reason you go now is to prove you're better than other people. And I remember being so shocked at the honesty of this, the transparentness, the crudeness and directness. And I don't know how true that is, like how universal that is as a truth. That's certainly not why I go to the gym. Even though the way I've been talking about going to the gym this whole video, you might think I'm bragging. You might think I'm trying to show how superior I am to you. No, no, trust me. Come on. It's not that. It's not that. And it definitely wasn't for girls. um, it was mostly just so I could get the nice endorphin effects and stuff and feel healthier. At any rate, yeah, I think maybe Ishigami has followed this exact route that this YouTuber laid out. That at first he was doing it for the girls, and now he's just doing it for this sense of superiority. I'm announcing an exercise month for the student council effective immediately. I won't hear any objections. Exercise to your heart's desire, Ishigami. Ooh. So, Prez seems to have every reason to do this. If he says I'm not really interested in being popular with girls, he's inching again towards the truth that he and Kaguya are already dating. The specter of that truth hovering ominously through this entire post-confession saga. I don't know if it's going to be pursued though. Here, building muscle improves the stability of your princess carry. Ooh. How did Ishigami know that this was the route to take? Of course, Prez has fantasized about the princess carry. Princess carry is really solid. It opens up a whole world of possibilities for what comes after. Ooh, ooh. No, he's so tempted. Yes! Her face is so good here. Straight the student council room is going to turn into a student council gym. I don't see the problem. I like hardworking guys. Oh, nice. Yeah, I figured Kaguya would understand. Do your best to become a fine man. Aww. Well, people should be working out for you. Oh no. And that's another reason I wanted to go to the gym. To lose weight. But honestly, in terms of losing weight, diet is way more important than exercise. That is the unfortunate truth. But I like eating, so what can you do? All right. I need to say that. That's why I didn't like where this was headed. Oh my gosh. Whenever she gets these like dead eyes, the totally like glazed over black eyes, so intense. You pick up with the captain. There are a few reasons. What was it? Watching him work out was just viscerally disgusting. So it was all backwards in the end. Working out is what drives the girls away. But I guess she didn't say I disliked his body. It's just that when she actually watched him work out, she wasn't into it, which I can understand. Working out to me is kind of grotesque, especially weight training and stuff. Running, which is what I mostly do, I think there's kind of something elegant about it. It's quite beautiful, I think, if you have a nice form. But once you're pushing your limit in running and you're just like flopping with sweat and moaning and I do weird things too where if I'm really pushing myself while running, I can't even like make myself do it, but I do it all the time while I'm running. I start like licking around my mouth. I have no idea why. I don't like it, but I can't stop myself from doing it. Or I start doing really weird stuff with my hands. And yeah, it starts looking pretty grotesque when I'm like right at my limit. And working with weights and stuff, I think you're trying to be at that limit the whole time. So it's rough. It's rough, but you got to do it. You got to do it for your health. Okay. I'm like Dr. Steve Brule. For your health. All right. That's all. Bye bye.